Tired of just learning English from a textbook?
Ready to speak your mind for real?
You've found your space. This is where the conversation gets real. The opinions are welcome and your English comes alive.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Real Talk Society, the place where you will find other people willing to talk freely without worrying about mistakes or errors. Here, you will learn that speaking English is not the main goal. It is learning to communicate with emotions and fluency.
So I got something super cool for you today. Or, well, not cool, but really interesting.
Oh, okay. I'm listening. What is it?
Most people sound boring because they have no opinions.
Or they're afraid to say them.
Exactly, and that's what I want to dive into. Welcome everyone to Real Talk Society, the place where we talk about the real stuff, because we want you to improve. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sophia. So, opinions. Why are people so scared to just say what they think?
It's primal, really. It comes down to one thing: tension. Opinions create tension, and humans are hardwired to avoid tension because historically it could get you kicked out of the tribe.
Right. And people they want to be liked. It's that simple. You don't want to be the one who disagrees and makes things awkward.
Totally. It's a social survival instinct. Your brain literally perceives social rejection as a threat, like seeing a predator. So it tells you, danger, danger, just agree and stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fight or flight response, but for some, they rather avoid conversations just to play it safe.
Wow. I never really thought of it that way. It sounds, really dramatic when you put it like that.
But it is. Think about it. Think about a work meeting. Someone suggests an idea you think is terrible.
Okay.
Your heart rate might go up a little. You start sweating. You're literally having a physical stress response to the idea of disagreeing with the group. All eyes looking at you, wondering where you came from, imagining everyone throwing you out of the room. Get out! Get out!
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I've felt that. You stay quiet.
You stay quiet because it's easier. It's safer. You avoid attention and you stay in the tribe. And do not get me started on the insecure ones. You know what I mean?
I do. Totally. Okay, but let's add another layer to this. What about for non-native English speakers? Is it harder for them?
Oh, it's a whole other level. A completely different ballgame. There are like multiple extra layers of fear stacked on top of that basic social rejection thing.
Multiple layers? Like what? Tell me more.
Okay, so first point, the most obvious one is linguistic insecurity.
Linguistic insecurity.
Yeah, you're not just worried if your opinion is good or bad. You're also worried about your grammar, your pronunciation, if you're using the right word.
Right. So you're not just worried about your idea, but how you say the idea.
Exactly, and that's huge. You might have this brilliant point in your head, but the fear of sounding, stupid or less than because you make a small mistake, it can be paralyzing. It shuts you down before you even start. Second point, and this one is massive: cultural differences.
Uh-huh. How so?
Well, in some cultures, like here in the US, being direct and sharing your opinion is often seen as a sign of confidence. It's valued. But in many other cultures, maintaining group harmony is way, way more important. Just consider our Hispanic friends have a really hard time when the conversation leads them to say no. They just go around it and never say the word.
Okay, so being direct could be seen as rude or unkind?
Totally. It can be seen as aggressive or disrespectful, especially if you're disagreeing with someone older or more senior. So someone from that background isn't just fighting their personal fear, they're fighting their entire cultural programming that says, don't make waves.
That makes so much sense. You're not just translating words, you're translating entire social rules.
You've got it. And then there's the third layer, which is the fear of misinterpretation.
What do you mean?
A lot of the flavor of our communication is really hard to convey perfectly in a second language. You might say something you intend to be a lighthearted suggestion, but it comes across as a harsh criticism because the little cultural cues are missing.
Oh, wow.
So you don't risk it. It's easier to say something simple and safe.
So it's a triple threat. You've got the basic human fear of rejection, the fear of making a language mistake, and the fear of breaking a cultural rule or being misunderstood. That's a lot.
It's a massive cognitive load. No wonder so many people just stay silent.
This is huge. So, okay, how do we fix it? Like, what can people do to get over this, especially our listeners who might be in that exact situation?
Right. And the good news is it's a skill. It's a muscle you can build. It's not a personality trait you're stuck with.
Okay, good. So, where do they start?
First point, start small, really small. Don't try to debate politics at a dinner party on day one.
Right.
Start with low-stakes topics, with people you trust. Like share your real opinion about a movie with a close friend, or a restaurant. Something where the consequences are, zero. You just practice the act of saying, I thought this, or I felt that.
That's a great idea. Just get used to the feeling of it.
Exactly. Second point, use qualifying phrases. This is a game changer.
Qualifying phrases? Like,
Instead of saying, that's a bad idea, which is super confrontational, you can say, from my perspective, or the way I see it is, or even, I could be wrong, but I was thinking.
Oh, I see. It softens it. It makes it about your view, not like a universal truth.
Totally. It turns it from a confrontation into a contribution. It invites discussion. It says, here's my piece of the puzzle, not my puzzle is the only one that's right. And for non-native speakers, these are amazing phrases to learn and practice. They're like conversational tools.
I love that. Conversational tools. Okay, what else? Is there a third point?
Third point, and this is key, focus on the why. Don't just drop an opinion and run, explain your reasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just, I don't like that marketing plan, try, I'm a bit hesitant about that marketing plan because my experience has shown that our target audience doesn't respond well to that kind of messaging. For example,
Yeah, one is a dead end. The other one, opens a door. It shows you've thought about it.
exactly, you're providing value, not just opposition. You're helping solve the problem, and that reframes the whole thing in your mind and in theirs. You're not a troublemaker, you're a problem solver.
You know, that's so important for creating a safe space, too. If you're a native speaker and you see someone struggling, asking them, oh, that's interesting, can you tell me more about why you think that, is like the best thing you can do.
100%. It's about building a culture where sharing different perspectives is the goal, not just reaching a fast agreement.
Right, but it's not a life sentence.
Not at all. It's a skill. You can start small, use those qualifying phrases to soften your delivery, and always focus on explaining the why behind your thoughts. It's about building that muscle, step by step.
You know, this brings up another point I've been thinking about. The difference between having an opinion and being opinionated.
Ooh, that's a great distinction. Let's unpack that. What does opinionated mean to you?
To me, opinionated feels like a one-way street. It's when someone is more interested in broadcasting their views than in having a discussion. They state their opinions as facts, and there's no room for debate.
Exactly. It's a monologue, not a dialogue. Whereas having an opinion is simply having a viewpoint based on your own experiences and knowledge. The key difference is the willingness to listen and even change your mind.
So now we want to hear from you, our listeners. What are your experiences with this? Does this resonate with you? Find us on all the social media platforms. Just search for Real Talk Society and share your story with us. We'd love to hear it. Oh, and by the way, join our new Premium Real Talk Club, where you will find people dealing with the same obstacles as you, keeping a fluent conversation.
Yeah, let's keep this conversation going. Do not be afraid to speak. We will be glad to listen. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
We'll catch you next time. Thanks for listening and being part of this society. And if you have not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Go do that, and we will send you a notification when our new podcast is released.